There we go. We got some sound now. Very strange. I don't touch these settings, but every now and then the mic seems to reset to default instead of a USB microphone. It's very weird, but okay. Thankfully, I noticed it in time. Maybe, yeah, could be because I had a Windows update. That's true. Okay, yeah, makes sense. But good to see you. Welcome back. And what I was saying actually is that this week I have been diving into ZScript because I wanted to work on the final boss for this episode. And the idea is actually, well, I can just show you. It's not on point yet. But the idea is actually, you know, because this whole project has to do with the Spider Mastermind, of course. What I wanted to do is actually, initially I thought about using, like, for each episode, different sprites to kind of, you know, after each defeat that the Spider Mastermind evolves or adjusts, you know. So what I wanted to do initially was actually have this, like, there's a sprite in Realm 667, I think, which gives a spider like that she can float. It changed the spider legs into something like thrusters. Yeah, sprite set per fighting phase indeed. That was my initial thought, but then I thought it might be too much change. Let's jump into the game real quick. It might be too much change for, like, this mod in itself. I think it would be something interesting for the sequel. What I want to do here is actually keep the base sprite, but make changes through ZScript, which it was something I have been postponing because I kind of, you know, didn't really look forward to actually learning ZScript. But actually, I've been, you know, delving into it, and it's proven to be quite fun, actually, to my surprise. And Jesus, there we go. Now it's on point. And actually, I managed to get some good results. It's not on point yet, but let's jump in. See, I have a couple of new mechanics. There's still some stuff to do, of course. Hold on. Oh God, man. So what I did, as you can see, this is just like a testing ground. Before we start, I'll explain what the behavior is. So the Spider Mastermind actually has a, compared to certain other monsters, it has a huge or a very large pain state. I think initially it's about 40%, which is a lot. And what I did actually was lower the pain state, but it did that in the first iteration of Annie as well, in the first episode. But here, each time the spider enters a pain state, she teleports to a random location, so it doesn't require any teleport destinations or whatever. There's nothing, it's all calculated. It calculates the available space in the level, and based on that, it kind of determines, like, it spawns a beacon, an invisible beacon, and the monster can teleport to that beacon. So it's random. So let me show you real quick. I use this. There's another monster in the repository, Realm 667, which uses this teleport mechanic. So I basically integrated into Annie. So, and what I added was, but I'm probably gonna randomize that to give it like maybe like a 50% chance that it actually spawns like a BFG ball. So it already does, but now it spawns it every time. So let me show you real quick. Oh, apparently the BFG ball is switched off at the moment. But as you can see, so that's basically, you know, which is pretty cool, I have to say. Like, you can place it anywhere in the map and it just works. You don't need to add like these map spots or whatever. And there's so much things you can do in ZScript. Like, you can just make projectiles reflect off the monster and just bounce back to you. Make them temporarily invisible. You know, there's so much stuff you can do, which makes it which eliminates the need for any special sprite. Jackson can tinker with, you know, the regular sprites. There's like tons of stuff. The possibilities are almost endless. But I kind of want to, you know, just keep it like each fighting phase has to have different mechanics. So you have to adjust your tactics. What works in the first episode won't necessarily work in the second and in the third. That's basically the idea. And it's kind of like to avoid like having Annie change too much in just one game, because that would mean she has to change 3 times or like 2 times if you count the original Annie, which is upside down, which actually is kind of interesting as well, because initially I reversed every sprite individually to have Annie hang upside down from the ceiling. But there's actually just a simple command for the sprite. You just have to flip Y in ZScript, and then it automatically gets flipped, which eliminates the need for having to actually inserting this all manually, which is great. It saves a little effort and space, so that's good. And in ZScript, it's just like Annie. This whole thing is just like a text file. Right? Let me show you real quick. Let's see. Let's bring it up. So this is like, again, ZScript. I never used it before. It was very abstract for me, but I feel like a whole new world is opening up for me here when it comes to ZScript. So basically, this is I call it Slime Annie because this is Annie specific for the second episode, where there's a lot of green slime. So that's basically just it's just Annie basically, but this is just for me, so I can differentiate them. And as you can see, of course, this is all standard. So I lowered the pain chance 20 because I don't want, like, the teleporting, don't want to have an overabundance. If you use a chain gun, the pain chance is, it's increased tremendously because the 20% chance is per impact, so per bullet. So if you use rockets, the chances are less likely. So it kind of depends. This, of course, if you kind of want to learn the mechanics, this will force you to reconsider your weapons, like plasma rifle, for example, as well. It has a high projectile spawn. So that will mean that the chances are more likely that Annie will teleport, making it more difficult for you. So your best bet would be rockets or BFG shots. Now, what I want to do, probably to avoid spamming BFG shots and making it too easy, is probably having a state where she can reflect BFG shots, or projectiles for that matter, like a 50% chance or something, I don't know. So this is basically what I did here. This is actually what I used This is actually what I initially wanted, but it doesn't seem to work for some strange reason. This is like I wanted the player to jump. I mean Annie to jump. It has a 30% chance. Jump, and when Annie lands, I kind of wanted to create this earthquake. So if you're too close to Annie, you get damaged. As you can see here, 256, that's a radius. No, it's not the radius, that's the tremor, I think, where you can take damage in that area, 256. But the quake thing doesn't seem to work for some reason. I can't get the jumping to work. So that is something. I still have to figure out. Now this is actually the teleportation script. As you can see, this is all pretty much like I understand, but this is actually basically just I did some minor adjustments to make it work for Annie. But this is actually a script which was using another monster from the deposit repository. And this is actually basically the beacon, like it spawns a beacon. And this is the calculation for the position. So that's pretty clever. And then if you're teleported, if Annie teleported, go to C again. So that makes sense. That's something I did myself. So it just kind of resets Annie. To basically, you know, you're spotted again, you know, because initially I had it to go to missile, but then that means as soon as she's teleported, she immediately starts firing, and I kind of wanted to have like just a tiny little bit of breather room in between teleports so the player can get their bearings, you know. Because yeah, indeed. So that's why, like, you got like this very small time window where you can, okay, she teleported, and then you have to search for her again, you know. And if she would immediately attack, it would be unfair indeed. So, kind of to keep that a little bit, you know, limits. Let's see actually if I can get the jumping to work, because it's 30% chance. So let's use the chain gun. There we go. I feel like this is so, as you can see, and the funny thing is, this whole jumping thing, for once, I actually, because I had no idea, like my knowledge of ZScript is actually at this point is fairly limited, because I just delved into it and I kind of wanted to see quick results. So what I did is actually I just asked Axis Grok AI to write me the script, and of course, you know, it's a hit and miss, but actually this one actually needed just some minor adjustments, but I think it helps tremendously to kind of get the general idea of how the script is executed. And then of course the AI doesn't, like, sometimes it uses a different scripting language, and some of the commands don't work specifically for ZScript. So but then at least I get like a general idea of like how does it work? And then I can look up for Z scripts, like to make the adjustments to make it work for GZdoom specifically, or ZDoom specifically. But it has been a tremendous help, and actually this specific script, the jumping, only required like minor adjustments. So that's pretty cool. It saves me a lot of time. And I know I should probably learn it myself or do it myself at some point, but this helps me understand like how certain things, because if you have to look it up specifically, it's very hard to find online, I think. Yeah. Because this is something like, it's a very specific requirement, and if you have to look up how to make a spider jump, it's a mixed search result, so it's not really guaranteed success. And I feel like with the AI part, this really helps, because this what I did, this is only like in a span of 2 hours or so that I actually managed to entirely script this monster. Which is pretty fast for me, for never have worked with Z-script before. So, but I do understand like certain things like which are specific to Z-script. So it's been a great learning experience. But this requires some fine tuning. And the only thing I wonder, wait, I replaced the. But the thing, what I really think is weird, why doesn't the Quake stuff work? But let's well, let's use a bit of a combination today. We're gonna do some Z scripting and we're gonna do some level design as well. So, okay, cool. Like the monster jump, it does work. The only thing is the quake when the monster lands. Land after jump, so this is where the quake part should, like if it lands, bam, you should have a quake. Why this doesn't work, I do not understand. This is also interesting because it lists the exact sequence. Of the teleport sprites. And I think you can actually use one specific, if you use, here for example, this is A, so that's at the very start. But this is actually, it's a custom, I think it's a custom because it should start at A, but this use BAB, so it kind of returns to the B state or the B animation state. I don't know. I mean, it makes sense, but I'm not really sure how to explain it properly. And I kind of wanted to, yes, indeed. Ah, okay. Ah, I see. True. Yeah, and here, yeah, this is for the sound. Yep, that makes sense. Because you have to do, like, you can attach a command on a frame. You have to do it on a frame, so that makes sense. And then it goes to B again. Yep. Okay. Thank you for the explanation, actually. Yeah, you understand it better, obviously. So these are the frame, like in ticks, I presume. 35 ticks is 1 second. Or frames, maybe, yeah. Frames and ticks, is that the same? Frames or ticks? But the thing is, like, I cannot, if I wanted to, because I had, like, instead of jumping, I first had, okay, tick, okay. This jumping thing, initially it launched a BFG ball as soon as the teleportation was initiated. I placed it here. But this is 0. And I think it's, now I understand, because I placed it here, like launch project or spawn projectile, I think the command was. But what sometimes would happen is that sometimes we would launch like multiple BFG balls. But I think it has to do with this right here, because I feel like this is just here as a placeholder. I think the actual teleport animation happens somewhere else. I think it's right here. I kind of see it more clear now. This is just a placeholder to actually initiate this whole command list. And we actually define this, as you can see. The only thing is, like, translation. That is something very strange to me, because there is a text file which it calls. This is a text file. And it has some strange numbers in it, so I'm not really sure what that is about. Can always ask. Let's ask AI. Translation, custom color translation, palette shift to the actor sprite. Predefined color mapping. Uh-huh. Okay. So that's basically... Uh-huh. Now the only thing, okay, so that makes sense. So actually that can be removed entirely, because I just want to use the translation. Okay, so let me actually show you the real, like, what the there we go. For custom translation. Ah, I see. So that's actually completely, absolutely not necessary. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. So it just calls this class A teleport. A teleport. There is no need for it makes sense. You know what I can do here? A teleport. Actually, I can. I wonder if I can add the BFG shot here. Can I do this? A spawn projectile. Let's see. And then what I want is the BFG ball. And then 32 is the offset. I'm not really sure if this works because it has a teleport here. So I assume it should be here, though it's not really. It is attached to a tick or to a state here. So this should work. This should work. No, it doesn't. Shit. Class name. Huh? Okay. Damn it. What I feel like there's actually a very neat way to correct AI written scripts, and that is basically if you okay, leap. Well, the quake effect should work. I don't know why it doesn't. BFG ball. Oh, wait a minute. Of course. I made a small error. There we go. That is how it's supposed to be. This should work. At least, you know, I'm always happy if I can get the game started without errors. There we go. That is nasty though. The only thing is, I probably want to put this in first. This is a very dangerous, really nasty, yes. Radius Quake, no, I haven't tried it, but I'm gonna try it. But this is this is a very nasty attack. So I'm not really sure, like, if I should implement it with this one. What I actually wanted to do, which I feel like is a very fun attack, is you can change the direction of an enemy, like and what I want to do is actually create this like fast spin animation, where she just spins around and then spawns like maybe plasma balls in random directions, something like that. I think it would be cool. And it requires, again, it doesn't require any sprite work, so that's pretty cool. It's just pure text. So let's see if this actually bullet, yeah, some kind of, yeah. Not to that extreme extent, but let's see if, there we go. Now, I feel like you can actually avoid this easily. There's like a time window you have. No? I feel like it's right next to you, yes. But that of course depends on the level design. If you make it less likely, get hits, no, it cannot. But that's also a setting. Let me see. You can actually add it. Like, for example, no radius damage, which is, I think, pretty normal for boss monsters. But you can actually, I think you can add like a flag where she can get hit by her own projectile. Now the only thing, let's try. What was your suggestion? Radius. I don't understand why the Quake thing doesn't work. Radius Quake. Okay, let's see if at least I get all the thing. See if I can Radius Quake 2, Radius Quake. A Quake. What is the difference? Like this thing here, if I look at the states, so this is an example. If you look at the state, like, see, this should work. Unless, well, it's not attached to, well, it actually is attached to this one. No, I probably... What I want to do is probably, instead of having this, because it might be too much, like, because Annie teleports, if I keep it like this, Annie teleports, and immediately she gets like a 30% chance to jump, and she spawns a BFG ball. What I probably want to do is switch, maybe switch between the BFG ball and the jumping. Like have a 50% chance that she chooses what to do, either jump or spawn the BFG ball, or I could just integrate it randomly in the like maybe in the missile state. or just create a separate state, and then after she maybe I can, instead of like maybe after a pain state, maybe like have a 50% chance to jump to teleportation or jump. I think that would be nice. I think it would be better. So I have to create a custom state, and we can actually create. Well, maybe I kind of wanted to keep that spinning animation for the third episode. Although, because in the first episode she is upside down, but I'm kind of wanted to, because she already has a lot of abilities. She can become partially invisible. I mean, like stealth. She uses stealth in the first, so maybe I just wanted to, maybe just gonna, for the first episode, just keep her upside down. And what would be cool, or maybe I can use stealth, and then for the third episode I want to make her upside down again, but she can like maybe make her like spawn these eggs, and they hatch and they get like these mini spider masterminds. That would be cool, no? And then she teleports away temporarily. Baby spiders, yes. She teleports away temporarily with chain guns too. There is a monster in the repository. It's actually like an Aragnatron, but with a chain gun attached to it. There is a monster like that, so I could just use that basically, or just use Aragnatrons. But I think it's interesting to use chain guns. And there's so many options. Just, I have to, like, if I want Annie to fire all different kinds of projectiles, like alternate between rockets, BFG balls, plasma, the only thing I need to do is actually change the sprite and change like the small part where you can actually see it's a chain gun. You can see the holes in her weapon. If I just create like one large hole, then basically any projectile can come out of it. Then you would have, but I think that's something for for the sequel, to make it more versatile. Yeah, you can also use your own weapons against you, like BFG balls. Hey Gazebo, what is up, buddy? New sprites? Well, it will require minimal editing, minimal. So that would be actually, would be something interesting. So what I want to do, states. I'm going to create a new state. Snake Malenko, thank you so much for joining. Welcome. So I'm probably gonna teleportation. Okay, so let's place it here, and let's make this jump. And then a metal. Oh god, what was the original thing again? Okay, I think this one. let's remove that. And then this is, I think, a metal. Okay, that is C. Teleport, go to C, jump, and then, oh shit, what did I do? There we go. So, to C, whoa, what the hell? Wow, I didn't even know you could do that in just Notepad. The hell? Go to C. And so that means on pane, let's see. Okay, so what I want to do here, let's see. So what I want to do here is actually create, if she enters a pain state, either jump or teleport. That should probably do it. The only thing I need is create this random, so 50% chance. Let's see if there's like, this is random. So, and then we use else. Pain, and then is that correct? Probably not. Okay, let's see, this is what I mean, like I kind of have to I don't, like, I have difficulties finding like the layout. This is all in sequence, and I think I need to attach, I think, okay, TNT1, so it is attached. Let's see, so there's no need for, I have to remove the symbol there, like this, and then we can actually do it like this. Okay, so, and then we're gonna use 50. Go to teleport, and then else, go to jump, think that is teleportation. Teleportation. I'm not really sure if this is correct what I'm doing here. No, probably not really sure about this one actually. Let's do a quick check of the code. Let's see. Syntax, I assume syntax errors. I think I need to remove some of these. The last one, see, yeah, thought so. There we go, that makes sense. Thank you. Sometimes I just don't see it anymore with all these brackets, you know. But yeah. Okay, so here it starts, then we got these, then we get these, and there it ends. Okay, so yeah, I see it now. So let's see if this actually works. So normally, like, jump, teleportation. This code should work, and it's important indeed. But there are like, I think it's easier in you have specific editors which highlight certain commands, and it's a little easier to kind of, you know, see like more visually, more clearly. But here in text, it all has the same color. Indentation is important, indeed. And this is actually, yeah, like it should be like, I know what you mean. I should probably do it like this. But you know, it's in text it's go to jump. I'm not even sure if I do this correctly, but you know, this should probably like. Oh god, I'm messing this up. And then like this. Does that make more sense? Almost. Really? Yeah, APDC. Yeah, indeed. Oh god. Like I said, it's a whole new world, and I feel like, is this even correct? Yes, it is. No? Else? Oh god. I should have left it. No, it's not correct. Damn it, I thought so. This can never happen. Okay, let me see if I can figure this out. So we start here. If this seems correct. I think I should remove this one. Else go to jump, and then we need another one of these, I think. Like that. Does that make sense? Is that correct? Is this one correct? God, my indents are terrible. Okay, cool. It's just... Well, let's keep it like this for the moment. Doesn't make... Probably, if there are any programmers or scripters, probably frown your eyes. But you know, it's just like it's pretty new to me. This it's different from, of course, like this. It kind of uses some, but it's more simple because these scripts are all, well, actually, you know, you have some, but here you can see it's with this visual aid here, it's a lot easier to keep track of. You can actually close them. So it makes more sense, but I think let's actually try it out. So the chances are, oh son of a, line 78. Oh, let me guess, 78. Huh. Yeah. Syntax hiding for C-script. Yeah, I should probably look into that. Oh, that's weird. Any teleport fog? Oh wait a minute, this has to that should be removed. This actually... There's no need for teleport fog. I'm not really sure if this works. No, there's still an error. Line 7, 8. 7, 8. Oh, what's wrong? Here. Ah, wait a minute. I think I know what's the problem. I know what the problem is. I think. See this one. Is that correct? Is that correct? Probably. Okay, hold on just a second. God, I'm messing this up so hard. Crew at the wrong spot. Crew, yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah, I see. Yeah. Okay, it makes sense. Hold on. So true. Oh man, yeah. Oh, this is like a whole new world. Let's actually see. So this is actually something else, which actually would spawn Annie on the ceiling, but it didn't get the. I probably would have to change the Z height as well, but the Z height would have to be calculated. That's something for another time. So let me see if I can actually figure this out. So what did we do here? So we actually define first, we define this one. Yeah, so this has to be, we start here, then we do this. And I think we should, let's see. Oh man. Oh. Has to come after Spitty 3, yes indeed. Is this correct now? Or do I need to add another one? Okay, so we got one. Then we open this up, we close this, open up, close. And we close. So like, if it's like this, I think it makes sense, no? Why doesn't my Quake thing work then? Because I added it here. Oh, I know. So how would I improve this? I'm just glad if I can get stuff to work. I have absolutely like my experience level is just way too low to even like figure out the most optimal approach to this. Let's see if it works. If I can get the game to start, that would be something. Oh shit. No, there is something. Hold on. Line 95, what the hell? Go to C. Huh. Okay, let's try it. Code and dedicated functions. I don't even know how to. Colors functions from the state. I don't even know how. Like, I don't even know what that means. Like how. There is something wrong. What a mess. Okay, go to C. Why is this not working? Hmm. Let's see. Oh God, man. Okay, that's jumping. Yep. Oh. Okay. Does seem to work. Oh, okay. Hold on. A metal is a function that's defined. Interesting. I thought it was. I thought it was a sound. Like, I thought it was a sound that was to be played. Extend the class. Put it right in your class. Ah, wait a minute. I think I understand. I see. Okay, okay, it makes sense. I see, yes. I came across this code, but if I included it, hold on, let me show you real quick. So if I included this code, because I copied this one, exactly this one, to create this monster, and then I made some adjustments. But if I included this, because I read here, it must be attached to actor. If I include this, like the monster, it didn't work. But I've seen this, yes. Keep firing unless target got out of sight. Oh god. I think I read past that. So I could just like take like so I have to add this state, right? But if I want to well, I have to delve into this. So I have to define it. So I never, that's the first time I never noticed it actually. So basically, what I can do is, if I just use this like void, and then I use a custom one, because this is a metal, but it already exists, obviously. So can I just like use this extend, and then I define my own one? For example, extend class actor, and then I just use void, and then I can use a jump, for example. Is that correct? And then I can just use it here, like just a jump, and that's it. And then everything is pasted in here. Is that correct? Stage with some expert. Ah, I see. Yes. Yes, I understand. Okay, so that's basically, I have to write this at the bottom. Like this. I can just, I have to do it like here, just at the bottom. Oh, put code right in my class. Like here then, somewhere here. So with the, like somewhere within the default, maybe. So we can just define them all here, and then just, okay, that makes actually, that would look a lot neater outside. Okay, outside of the default and state blocks. I see. Okay. So actually before like would make sense to do it right here, somewhere here. Damn, thank you so much. That will indeed, I just didn't understand what you were trying to say, but now it makes sense. Yes. Just define it once. It's like basically like a call script. You just, yeah. It makes like it. Okay. Teleportation. So okay, let's try it. Okay, so we can actually a metal that is actually no. So I can a metal. So this is because I use it here. Does it mean like it overrides? Because this already exists. So I have to actually make a custom. It overrides the existing one, I assume. Huh. Ah, okay. Oh, so this is separate. This has nothing to do with this. So this is one function that is called, and this is actually the function that I need then. Does that make, is it? A chase. Oh. Oh yeah. So basically I just create like a jump, and then this one is actually pasted in there. Put that on everything. So this whole thing. Oh yeah, I see. I understand. Yes. Okay. Okay. I'm not really sure if the loop actually is necessary here. Not loop, indeed. But because there's no need, is just need to happen once. Okay, so we're gonna everything here. So this can go. And then any jump. Any jump, is that correct? Yeah. And then I have to define any jump. Let's place it here for a minute. So now I need to void any jump. Okay. We're getting there. Okay. So that should be, you can call a script from within a script. I mean, like a function. And this is actually like a script. That should be it. Cool. Thank you so much. Resolve. I understand. Yeah. Ew. Well, one way to find out, I guess. But why is that here? Resolve state, because it wasn't there before. What is resolve state actually? Return resolve state. I mean, I understand you go back to C after this code is run. That makes sense, but why just not return C? That's weird. Man. Oh, I learned quite a lot. Ah, shit. Okay, so we got errors. Line 51. That is here. Huh. Okay, well this doesn't work. Let's see what the... It can be void. Okay. And what would be the alternative? It has to be like... Is this comparable to like in the script editor here where you use like open? I mean, is it comparable? It probably won't be exactly the same, but... Because void has to be called. Oh god. Any jump. Okay, that is, at least this is correct. State. Well, it does seem to work, at least. Okay. Yeah, that works. Thank you so much. Okay, so now we're getting somewhere. And then we use another state. Okay, well, have fun and see you later. Breakfast is ready. Okay, enjoy. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And thank you so much for your help already before breakfast even. That's pretty insane. Teleport code to C so I can actually... Teleportation, all of this. Up, there we go. And a teleport. That is pretty awesome. This is something. Drugstore run. teleported. Go to C. Return resolve states. Okay. That is, I'm gonna. Okay. Teleport. I wonder, does this, this is another state. State teleport. Can I keep this? Oh God, wait a minute. I need jump. I need teleport. Okay. Go to C. Solve state. Teleportation. That is probably, is this, can I still keep this? I'm not really sure. Let's try. No. 984, 105. Ah, okay. Okay, teleport. Oh God. Should we include it before? I'm not really sure, probably not. No. Let's see. Class. So it uses a class, it calls teleported. We can actually move this. Teleport. We can remove this. Turn resolve state. Return. This is actually return resolve state C. That should probably fix that. Oh, almost there. 101. States. Any jump. State. Go to C. You can remove that here as well, because I did include it here as well. Return C. So any jump, return resolve state C. Continue in jump state if no transition. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Now what is, there is still one issue. We're pretty close. See what the issue is exactly. Oh my god, okay. Wow. Just forgot this one. Shit. Slime and teleport fog is not compatible with special spot. What the fuck is that? Well, we can actually remove that entirely because I don't want to I don't want to custom please let this work. Oh god. Okay. Doesn't work. Shit. Doesn't work. Fuck. Special spot. Why not? Teleport. Teleport. It's kind of weird because so a state. Can destroy. Teleport. That's just a state. Okay. Go to C. Not really sure if this actually makes any difference whatsoever. Maybe there's something like underlying code that I don't understand. Enter your paint state. There we go. Okay. Okay. So we got it back to working again, finally. Okay. Now we need to fix the Quake stuff. So thankfully we just need to be right here. Earthquake intensity. Oh god. Why doesn't this work? All right, let's see. Let's look at your. Shit. Ah, shit. Damn it, I kind of accidentally erased my chat history. So I couldn't see the values Merlin app posted there. Now this should work. Quick. State. Hmm. Let's actually test this out. Let's do it here. Just for a second. Just to see if the if it's like a different issue. So it does work. Okay. How do we... Maybe... That's weird. Word is chipping through. Could I paste it here? No. Probably not. So there is something strange going on. Damn it. Can't seem to get it to work. Now the quick thing does work, like this is the correct line here. The only thing is where to put it to make it work. I would expect here because I want to, after the spider lands, I want it to generate a quake. Wait a minute, I might have an idea. Continue in jump state of no transition. I don't think that's necessary. Let's remove this. Quick, and let's add another state. Then let's use return resolve state C. Oh wait, teleported. Let's use these resolve states because I feel like there we go. I think that was maybe, hopefully. I can remove this one. Okay. Please let it work. Just let it work. Oh god. Wait, that might be simple. 103, 107. Oh god. What was the error again? That's weird. Go to C then. Okay, that might fix the issue. Son of a bitch. 107. What is the issue there? Ah, wait, of course, of course. Like that. That was my shit. Missing return state. Jump. Go to quick. Could that be it? Son of a bitch. Go to unexpected go to line 50. Line 34, missing return statement. State any jump, state any. Oh shit. Page choice. Okay, so it's kind of even more. There we go. We're getting there. Page any. So we copy this right until the classes. So we created like a custom like pane choice where you can actually, here it is. I gotta say I'm surprised by AI this time. It generally manages to produce scripts. Son of a bitch. Too many arguments to call a log. What the fuck? Oh god, so it changed shit. That was not good. Okay. Well, apparently they did fuck up, so. Okay, I think we should leave this teleport thing alone. I did not ask for that. That's also not okay. Jumping false, yes. Return resolve state, and then probably this is the only thing. That is probably the only thing that is added in. Quick. And then we need for the pane thing. Pane choice. This one. We're just gonna use it in the same frame. 1, 3. And we're just gonna call a pane choice. Like that. And then we can remove this. Pane choice. Then we add a different state. Pane choice. Find it here. There we go. Okay. Pane choice. Please let this work, please. Oh God, so far so good. Teleporting. Still no earthquake. Damn it. That doesn't seem to work. Yeah, it's still in the quick. Hey, welcome back. Probably. Jump all testing indeed. That makes my life easier, yes. So let's use like 1%. It's greater than 1. No, wait, it's smaller than 1. I don't get it. Like, why is the Quake thing not working? Because it did work if I just attached it to like a state, but it doesn't seem to jump to the Quake thing here. There's something wrong here with this section, I think. But I don't know why it doesn't really. And we're gonna use the last parameter. Let's see. You mean this one? Because it did work. Oh, the text? It did work. If I like, if this is the state, But it doesn't get to this state for some reason. And I think here's the issue somewhere. In my function. Well, yeah, that is an option, but the thing is, I tried to do it like this. I put it here, but it didn't work, so I just figured I'd try something else. I wanted to attach it maybe to like a state here to see if that works, but it doesn't, and it doesn't jump too quick for some reason. So that's very strange. I don't get it. Like here, this is what I actually initially had. Like I pasted it here. Like this is what I initially had. And it should technically work, but it doesn't. It's kind of weird. I don't know why, because it does work if I attach it to something like a state. Like here, if I replace this, the anti-teleport, it does work. Why am I calling this? It's part of like it depends. It chooses between teleportation and jumping. Oh, where? Oh, okay. Where do I do that? Well, actually, so this is a state pane choice, right? So I actually call it here. Let's see. Does it have to be any jump? Let's see. Teleportation, wait, jump. Okay, so here, let's see. So if oh, just a second, let me see. So pane, this is the pane state. And then I go to pane choice, right? So we are here. Then it's random. And then it chooses between teleportation and jump. And then you go to either of these. You have to loop the jump state. Oh. Really? Ah, I see. Oh. Ah, because it has to like, I think I understand why. Yeah. To resolve. So I have to do like what I had before with the resolve quake. Okay, hold on. I see, yeah. Well, let's try. Resolve state quick. Okay, and then we can remove this. Print bolt, so I can add it here. Just to, I'm just gonna test it first. If it works, if not, I can always do it. before the return. Right, yeah. So here, just to see if the script is executed, you mean? Well, normally, if I'm close enough, I set the parameters for the quake. There we go. Okay. So this technically should work. Right. At least the script didn't give me any errors before. Let's see. Son of a bitch. Line 117, what the hell is wrong? 17. Wait, I see. Yeah. I forgot this one. Yeah. Yep, indeed, sprite. Yeah. There we go. Okay, that should do it. Oh, thank you so much for the help. Oh, God, man. So normally the paint... Damn it. It doesn't seem to work. Weird. What is wrong? Why can't I get this to work? Is there still something wrong here? That's weird. What could be wrong? It did save the loop thing, right? Yep. If statements look weird. Well, the thing, like, it does work. Like the spider jumps. You could probably simplify it. But the thing is, like, suppose if I think this is because you could simplify it, just have like this floor position doesn't technically matter because, you know, Annie's always on the ground. But I think this is here because if you like enter like this, and then first will be true even if jumping. Oh wait, and the else if. Oh, and the else if. Like this? I think this is because if you keep shooting while Annie is in the air and you enter another space, I mean another pain state, then it doesn't jump again. It waits till it's on the floor, I think. Wait. Else if. I see. Okay, I'm sorry. Like this. Oh, okay. We'll never go to the else. Oh, really? You only want the else if jumping is true. So this is. Hold on. There's a delay in chat. So if Annie's not jumping on the floor, you want it to jump. Yes. Okay, let's see. On or near floor. I'm only checking if it's on the floor. Okay. We'll be on the floor. Okay. So. In the first if. So right here. Is jumping. In the first, so this is where I need to put it, right? If is jumping. Oh. I see. I see. Okay, yeah, I just I misread it. I thought it was just an exclamation mark. I need to. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So, hold on, because I. Let's see, like that. Is that correct? Okay. We're getting there. Thanks to you, fellas. Well, no errors, that's good. Damn it, still not. Wait. There is a change. Okay, so it does seem to work to some extent. There is just, I think the position of this is, that's weird. So it happens right before the jump. There is something wrong with this this script, I think. Okay, this makes sense. It has to define the Z position, which is 0 if like Y is 0. That makes sense. That's weird, man. It does seem to like it does like now it activates this part, but this does it before, like before the jump. So is jumping false? It has to be probably. There's probably something wrong with the jump. It goes into the L before any have enough time to jump above. So do I need to like to calculate you mean here? So can I just remove it entirely? Should be floor Z. Okay, let's try. Yeah, it could be. Yes. Well, sometimes it works. But it does seem to work. Huh. It worked the first time. It's kind of weird. It worked the very first time it worked. Quick to the next pane. Move the A metal. Probably increase the pain chance. Yep, that's good. Yes. Perfect. That's it. Awesome. Thank you so much at last. We did it. Well, you guys did it. The only thing is I wonder, like, what what would have, what difference did that make? Like, why is that? What does the metal thing do again? Ah, I see. Yeah. That's it. That's it. There's like too much, I think maybe too much happening at the same time, indeed. Yep. I think that's probably it. Because it was inconsistent, like the quake sometimes, yeah. That's fixed. We'll play the sound and then a chase. Ah, yes, true. Awesome. Oh, that was something. Well, I can't thank you fellas enough for assisting me with this. Of course, you get full credit. Because you've been helping me out, with other things as well, so... But it's awesome. Okay. So we got a working spider mastermind. So let's actually test it now with the 50% chance. And normally it should. Okay, that works. There we go. More often than every 3 ticks. Okay, let's have a look. Oh wait, that's wrong. Let's have a look. That probably... So we just put this to 0. Let's see if that works. Then we're gonna have to... try 1. Because I with the teleportation stuff, they use 0 as well. It'll lock up, really? Okay. Oh, let's try it actually. I want to see, because it's kind of weird that they use it here as well. Ah, in the loop. Oh yeah. True. Okay, that makes sense. Gonna be a challenge, this one. Okay, so that's better. Let's keep it like that. Too early? Really? I didn't notice it. I thought it was fine. To be honest. Maybe. Well, here it seems... Okay, let's try it. Let's see if, because I didn't really pay attention to it. Maybe it's on stream. I don't know. Have a look. No, I think exactly when it lands. Maybe it has to do something with the stream, perhaps. But it looks, yeah, it's fine. Oh, God, man, I never knew Z-Script was so much fun. Like to create your own custom monster. This is something I was postponing because I kind of was afraid to, you know, well, not afraid, but I kind of didn't look forward to all, you know, the headaches it would give me. But actually, I've been enjoying this, even like even though I have still a tremendous amount to learn, but it's in the end it starts to make sense slowly. The only thing is, oh wait, there's actually a radius. Let's see, no. Yeah. Let's use 512 damage radius. Let's see how much it is. Yeah, you think so? She's a big girl. Probably want to put in a custom sound, maybe. You can always put in like maybe 256. Now I'm not really sure if you want to get as close to Annie. Now the thing is, she can teleport at random, so but this is gonna be one tough spider. Let's actually put her in a let's see, what I want to see is, let's put her here. I want to see what this does. Like, I want to see some infighting, see how she behaves. That's not good. That's not good. I wonder what that is about. Yeah. See, that's why testing is important. Now, the thing is, she will probably handle the player alone. But I wonder... what could be the issue here? No target. Let's remove no target for a minute. Probably has to do with like and there we go. I think this has to do has to do with the pain state. I think this occurs I think this occurs when she entered the teleport state. I was actually thinking this one, jumping. Why? How do you find the available space? Well, that's a good question. Maybe it's here. That would probably be an explanation. Maybe she doesn't have enough space indeed. Though she can actually teleport. Well, it kind of depends where the monsters are. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. That could be it. Probably should place her in a more open position. Let's try. But what I was thinking, I was just reading this and... Why do I have this? I think it's a leftover. Because... there is already a random factor. And that's choose between jump and teleport, so jumping always has to occur. So I'm not really sure why this is here. This is where the randomization actually... Right? If that's at least... Let's try it out real quick. If jumping falls can be removed too, probably yes. You mean this one? Okay. So random. It's already false when you get there. True, true. It always. I think every argument starts with false. I think, yeah. But I have to. Okay, it returns a false. Okay, okay, okay. There we go. So let's put her in a more open environment, though there's actually not too much room to maneuver here in this level. Alright, let's no worries, we can actually, let's add a cyber demon here. Cyber demon, there we go, and we're gonna use friendly. So we're gonna have a nice battle. Wow, that's huge in comparison. Has that always been like this? So we're just gonna spectate. See how she fares. Monster battles, always fun to watch. Let's make myself a no target. Oh, here we go. Ah, wait a minute. Does she take damage? Because she didn't teleport. And I gave her, like, that's weird. Okay, I think. Now the thing is, you will probably have to, you probably face Annie alone. No radius damage. I had no target here, but for the sake of testing. 50. Let's face her off against just the Spider Mastermind to induce more pain states. Okay. Whoa, man. Holy shit. That went down fast. Annie versus Annie, yeah. A small army of chain guns. Holy shit, man. I created a powerful monster. Well, let's try Annie versus Annie. And this is gonna be so much fun. Like, if I put all the Annies once they're completed in one room and let them duke it out, that's pretty cool. Let's see, Annie. So we got, this one is actually the original, upside down. This one was just actually a test, but I'm gonna remove this. This was my initial idea of, but I think they changed too much. It's more drastic. So we're just gonna keep the sprite just the same, but alter the like maybe upside down and alter some like stealth, stuff like that. I think this is interesting enough. Now, the friendly Annie does have an advantage because she starts attacking first, I think. Holy shit, look at this. Look at them go. Okay, that is pretty cool, no? That's insane. That is a nice fight. Okay, I think it has to do with spacing, probably. It cannot calculate the space. But the thing is, normally, and that is kind of what I think is weird, but if there is no space, I think this is actually check move. PMC draw. I have no idea what these things are. But I would think that it checks if there is enough room, and if not, it destroys the beacon and just continues firing. That's why this is, I think, because this is like the that's the part where I think at least. Maybe not, it could be wrong. If this is not now, what I wonder is if I have a level with elevations, can Annie spawn on like a higher level? Because that would be that would be interesting for an arena design, having like elevated positions. So not only you face her on equal ground, but she can actually elevate, like, you know, spawn on higher platforms. That would be interesting. Now, I think you can get around this issue, if that's not the case, by actually adding teleport destinations and make her use one of those teleport destinations, like, you know, the boss brain does when it comes to spawning monsters. In Doom 2, the final boss, it uses special points in the level, nodes, so to speak, you know, where like it appears random, but it chooses one of the random existing spawn points. And I think you could do something similar. Now, it makes it a little more predictable, but then again, you would be more in control as a level designer. I'm not really sure how to implement that here, but I'm pretty sure it's doable. Because here, like, you have to replace the beacon with a, you know, a special, and you would have to be, it would have to be like a map spot with a special thing ID, because if you use it earlier in the map, it would teleport away from the arena. Maybe, you know, if suppose you added like a map spot in the first area where you start the level, for whatever reason, you need to spawn in a monster or weapon or whatever. You have to make sure that Annie doesn't use that point as well in the level. So you have to make sure it's very these points are like have a unique thing ID. But I think that's doable. I would have to look at the code for the boss brain in GZdoom, how it's and I think you can just copy paste that for the most part. But that's something we'll check out later. Thank you so much, Morlanap BDC, for the help with bringing the second version of Annie into life. That is well, important work. But yeah, really happy with the result. And I look forward to actually finally, you know, very soon, because we are getting very close to the end. That's why I started working on Annie as well. I just need to populate this level, which I've been doing for, you know, already started doing this. And then it's just basically create the final arena in the hub area. What I want to do is kind of like, you need to activate a drill. Let me show you real quick. Right here in the hub area. So we are getting very close to completion. So right here, I already added in these switches, and you could activate the drill. It will drill a hole, and then you would jump into like a separate arena, which I still have to build, where you will face this second version of Annie. So, and then actually, yeah, I kind of have to put in some more detail here and there for this hub area. And then episode 2 is ready to be played, ready to be released. And after that, I'm gonna start reworking episode 1 to kind of match the design style of episode 2. I'm not gonna go over the top. I just want to introduce some of the textures to make the episodes not too distinctive, like in terms of quality. You have a little more cohesion between the levels, because it takes place on, it does take place on different planets, but I feel like episode 1 could benefit a little, especially when it comes to these textures. Episode 2 is kind of dusty and very like decayed, worn environment. And I think a few of these textures, like this one, for example, I think they would fit in very well there. So I'm going to subtly introduce those to kind of put some more emphasis on the old rusty feeling that episode 1 actually has. So yeah, it's gonna be great. Looking forward to it. But that's something, for once episode 2 is released, because I kind of need to collect some data on possible bugs on episode 2, and then after episode 1 and 2 are, everything's ironed out, then we can actually start working on episode 3. And that will be the final episode. And after that, it's time to work on a sequel. It's going to be different. It's going to be for GZdoom, which is going to use very interesting lighting effects. I'm probably going to create like a complete custom texture pack as well. But we'll see. That's still in the far future. But we made some very good progress today. Annie is finished, so that was for me at least was a huge task. But I surprisingly, thanks to you guys, I actually finished it in a pretty short amount of time. So I'm gonna take a little rest, and I will see you guys later. Thank you so much. Take care, and